What's good, everybody? Corbino here, and this is my ranking, my ultimate, my mega ranking. I think I've been calling these mega rankings. Anyways, of every single X-Men superhero. I believe this is my last of the 3 mega rankings for Foxman month. Because I got the villains, side, non. Okay, yeah, so I think this is my last. There's 47 heroes here, okay? And if you think there's a hero that should have been here, then I guess go to my background type character list and we'll see. 47, we're going to start off Rogue. I really don't need to say anything about it. Really don't. I remember a couple years back, Watch Mojo did a video. It was like top 10 things the X-Men movies got wrong or something. And I'm pretty sure like 1, 2, or 3, somewhere really high up, it was like the character of Rogue. And it's just... that's facts. 46 is the old Jean Grey by Famke Janssen. I just never liked her. Never. I didn't think she looked the part. I didn't think she acted the part. I don't think she put off any Jean Grey vibes in any of her 3 movies. And then you got her 2 quick small roles in The Wolverine and Days of Future Past. I don't think she... no. She did not do good. Sorry. 45 is Angel from the Last Stand, because the old school Angel, he was a bad guy. Now this Angel doesn't do anything really. Yeah, it's sad that he tries to chop off his wings, and his dad is kind of, you know, integrated into the story, but like, yeah. 44 is Bolt, just a random guy in X-Men Origins. He was there fighting alongside Wolverine and everyone, but he got killed off really quick, and he had a pretty simple power. 43 is Leech. He's normally a green guy, but in the movies he's just a white little kid. And which is it in Last Stand or X2? He's in it for like a second. 42 is Mariko. Mariko. I'm really bad at spelling that, whatever I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure I have her, now that I'm doing this, on my supporting characters list. But either way, she's on this list. Pretty sure that is the love interest of Wolverine in The Wolverine, right? If so, she's here because she's kind of like a damsel in distress. I don't really remember her doing much, but I guess I included her on here. 41 is the young Yukio, which is in Deadpool 2. She's got like pinkish purple hair now, and she's got, I don't know, some cool whip yo-yo type deals. Nowhere near as badass and main as the Yukio in The Wolverine. Number 40 is Harada. I think I'm pronouncing that right. That's the dude with the bow. He's like the Asian Hawkeye. I think that's what Honest Trailers called him. Could be wrong. He was pretty badass. Didn't do enough though. 39 is the old Caliban, which is the Caliban from Logan. Caliban's a fun character. I think I mentioned this in the supporting characters one when I talked about Caliban there. The Caliban in Logan, he definitely does a lot more, and even though he's not there for very long, I did enjoy his relationship with Wolverine and Professor X. He was fun. And the actor that plays him, he's always a great actor when he pops up in things. Alright, 38 is Sunspot. Just because I feel like they got him pretty accurate look-wise, and how he uses powers. He's in Days of Future Past. 36 or 37 is Old Storm, played by Halle Berry. She's alright. Yeah, her accent goes back and forth all the time, and people say that happens with Scarlet Witch, that her accent goes like back and forth in like her first 2 movies, and then it just disappears altogether. But I haven't noticed that, but it might be, maybe I'm looking through with rose-colored glasses. But with Storm, I noticed her accent go back and forth in every single movie. She couldn't keep it straight for a full movie, and then finally she just got rid of it. But I think, for the most part, Halle Berry did kind of look the part. I think she needed to be a little darker, from the Storms I know. But yeah, I think she still did well at doing some version of Storm. 36 is the old Cyclops. What is it? James Marsden, the guy that's in, Superman Returns, Sonic, Enchanted. That dude. He's a pretty good actor whenever I see him in things. I don't know. I think he took his Cyclops role too serious. Cyclops is a serious, dickish guy, which I think he got, but I don't know. I just think he was too serious and too dickish. 35 is Gambit. Don't know who played him, but he was in X-Men Origins, and he was fun for the few minutes we spent with him. Obviously, he didn't look like Gambit. Yeah, he had some stubble, longer hair. He even had a staff, but it was all right. Where did we just go? 34 is Fire Fist. That's the kid that we're trying to save and not, prevent him from becoming a bad guy in the future in Deadpool 2. He's fun for the most part. Kind of got annoying. Never even heard of the guy, but overall he was an okay character. 33 is Pyro. We get a quick cameo of some random dude playing Pyro in the first X-Men movie, but then we get a real story arc for him in X2 and X3, and I think they did him. I think his character was cool. Pretty sure Pyro has an accent in most cartoons, and he also has an over-the-top red and yellow costume. But so it was cool having a more chilled out Pyro take. 32 is Wraith. I don't know if this is a real character or not, but that's the character Will.i.am plays in X-Men Origins. And I enjoyed him for the most part. I love me some teleporting. Yeah, he didn't do too much. I was sad that he died as well. 31 is Warpath. He is in Days of Future Past for a millisecond. But I think they have him on spot how he looks. So I had to put him there. Alright, number 30, Banshee from X-Men First Class. I've never been a Banshee fan, but I think they did his character justice. I think they did a good take on his costume for the most part. And I think the actor looked the part too. Also, fun fact, that actor is the evil brother in Get Out. But yeah, just Banshee's not one of my favorite characters, but I think he does alright. 29 is Young Mystique. That's Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. She's kind of down far because, first off, I didn't want her to stay good for all the movies. She's, good, but you see her turning a little bad by the end of the first class. And then in Days of Future Past, she's going evil. And I'm like, yes, that's what we needed. And then, in the 10 years between First Class and Days of Future Past, they hinted her being more evil, and then you expect more, but then Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, she's just a straight hero. And that's great and all, but Mystique has never been just a straight hero, so it was just, she wasn't even an anti-hero, she was just a straight hero. So that sort of bothers me character-wise, but still, the character was fun. She also kind of gets further down because she starts looking worse each movie because she doesn't want to wear the makeup, or they're just not looking as great. Alright, 28 is Iceman. He's only in the first 3 with a little bit of Days of Future Past. I think he does a good job for the most part, and now, hopefully the actor, I doubt he'd ever see this, but hopefully he's not the type of person that would take offense to this. But now that we know Iceman's gay in the comics, I could see that actor portraying, becoming gay being gay in the movies. I am not talking. Alright, I thought he was a good Iceman. Lord. I thought his powers, just how he looked and acted was really cool. How the powers looked was awesome, and you probably can't see it at this angle, but you've seen it before if you've been on the channel for a long time. I got Chris Villain over here cosplaying as that Iceman, and it's just awesome. Um, 27 is Havoc. I thought he died. I thought he died off screen like a lot of the characters did between First Class and Days of Future Past. But when I rewatched it, I realized, oh wait, he is in it for like a quick second. He's pretty good in First Class, though. I did enjoy his character in that. We get a little bit more of him in Apocalypse, but not much. But overall, he's pretty good. 26 is Cable. Josh Brolin plays him in Deadpool 2. I think for the most part he does a good job. I've complained about this before on the channel. I think Josh Brolin should have been taller. You know, well, Cable should have been taller, and just I think they could have went with a better actor. But for the most part, I think they did his character justice from everything I know about him, which isn't very much, to be honest. 25 is Dopinder. That's the taxi driver in the Deadpool franchise. He would have been on the background list, but the fact that he gets in on the action like a decent bit in the second movie, I put him here on this list just for the hell of it. He's pretty funny. I do think they overuse him in the second movie, but he's a funny character, and he honestly might be a little crazier than Deadpool with how he starts acting in the second movie. 24 is Colossus, like Big Colossus from the Deadpool franchise. I think that he has the Russian voice, he has the size and look of him down, and Colossus is one of my favorite X-Men mutant characters of all time. But I hate that he doesn't have, you know, his personality is, you know, just straight, you know, peace, no violence, which, you know, he's not like a super violent guy, but he's not a super peaceful dude too. Kind of reminds me of what they did with Tyrese in the Walking Dead show. And then also, I don't like that he never powers down. He's just always giant Colossus, never small. '23 is Magneto, old. That's Sir Ian McKellar. He becomes more... He's a little bit of a hero in, what is it? X2? X2, he's a little bit of a hero. A little bit. Barely at all in X3. But then we get him being a hero at the very end of the Wolverine, and then Days of Future Past, he is a... You know, at this point, he is a full-blown hero. And Sir Ian McKellen's already a pretty dang good Magneto, and him as an older Magneto, and now he's being a hero, I think that was, he did a very good job at playing the hero. 22 is Moira McTaggart. She's only in 2 of the X-Men movies, and again, I rewatched them all, and I remember thinking, where did she go in Days of Future Past? Acting like they didn't even address her. But then at the end of First Class, I now realize Professor X, like, wipes her memory. She comes back in Apocalypse, but she's gone again in Dark Phoenix. Maybe I forgot already, but I don't remember anything happening to her from there. But I think Rose Byrne is a fantastic actress, and I think she does a great job being Moira McTaggart. And now that we found out she's a mutant in the Marvel comics, I would love to see that in the MCU. Probably wouldn't be Rose Byrne again, but still would be dope. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Of course I backed out. Alright, 21 is Professor X Young, played by James McAvoy. Didn't really like him the first time I started watching those movies. But now that I've watched them all multiple times, wasn't a huge fan of how dickish she was in Dark Phoenix. But aside from that, I think James McAvoy does a fantastic job at playing Professor X, and I think he does a great job at playing a younger version of Patrick Stewart's Professor X. And I think he does a really good job. Better than I was expecting him to do when, you know, I had already watched them, and I thought to myself, you know, he really wasn't that good. But then he really surprised me, and he's a lot better than I had remembered. So that's awesome. And yeah, he's just a good actor, James McAvoy. Just a great actor, really. '20 is Bishop from Days of Future Past. He's only up this high because I think the actor that played him could have done awesome from the, like, 2 things I've seen him in. but I think he looked the part. His powers, how they were shown in the movie, looked the part, and I just think they could have done so many more awesome things with Bishop if they would have. 19 is Blink. I think she might be up here a little bit because I love me some Blink. Blink is normally, Blink is normally pink or pinkish purple. Here we go. Here we go. Got some more Blink stuff down here. Other stuff around here. Blink's my girl. Love her from the Exiles. I don't really think I've read much of her when she's with the X-Men, to be honest. Huh. But anyways, hair in my mouth. Nice. Can't get rid of it. There we go. Anyways, I think the actress, I don't know who she is. I don't think I've seen her anywhere. For the, a little bit we saw of her, just like Bishop and some of the other characters you see quickly in Days of Future Past. I think she does a great job playing her. I love how she throws the portals. I love how they open up. I think it was just, she did awesome. I think they got like makeup, the makeup done well. I thought that Blink looked great, and I think she was awesome for the time we got to spend with her. 18 is Storm Young. I don't know who plays her. I don't know her name, but I think she has the accent way better than Halle Berry's. She has a pretty good role in Apocalypse. Not so much Dark Phoenix, but for the little bit we spent with her, I thought, man, she could have been a really good Storm if these movies would have continued and let her. 17 is Colossus Small. Fun fact, that Colossus has commented on one of my Instagram posts, which I think is pretty cool. Some people don't really find that very cool. And I almost met him, but I ended up having to work, so I didn't get to go to a con where I was going to meet him and Billy and Jason from Power Rangers. But anyways, just getting upset. Colossus is one of my favorites, and I enjoyed him. We get a quick cameo of him in X2, and then he gets like a lot more of screen time in Last Stand, and then a little bit in well he's in on the action in Days of Future Past, and I just think he's smaller than what Colossus should be, and he doesn't have the Russian accent, but I think he does a good job at playing Peter Rasputin. And I like that he powers down. Also, the actor that plays him, back when like Dark Phoenix was supposed to originally come out, he tweeted something saying like he had a part in it, and everyone was like, "Are you returning as Colossus?" But he wouldn't say, and then he wasn't even in the movie. So if anybody out there knows who he was supposed to be in this movie, please let me know, because I'm very curious. Alright, 16 is Cyclops Young. The guy from Ready Player One and some other stuff. I've been really enjoying him for the most part as an actor. He's been popping up in a lot of movies lately, and I think he got Cyclops down to a T for the most part. I think he had the angsty teen and first teen years. I think he had the attitude, the look. We never really saw him as a full-blown leader of the X-Men, but I think he did a really good job at capturing Scott, aka Cyclops, for the most part. 15 is Yukio Old. That's the one from The Wolverine, where she has red hair. She's just a badass. I've talked about her before in some other videos, and that's it. She's just a badass. Number 14 is Beast Young, played by... can't think of his name right now. Warm Bodies and other stuff. He does a pretty good job. Again, I did not like him in First Class. I think I just didn't like him in First Class characters at all. Maybe because it was replacing the X-Men I knew. But I didn't like him at first. But the more I saw of him, the more I liked him. I really enjoyed him in Days of Future Past. And I liked his anger and ferocity and whatnot in Dark Phoenix. But in all four of those movies that he's in, I think he does a pretty good job at being Beast and Hank McCoy. And I loved seeing him go from Hank McCoy into the Blue Beast. That was really cool. 13 is Jean Grey Young, played by Sophie Turner. I think a lot of people have shat on her portrayal of Jean Grey, but she is awesome. I know she's in Game of Thrones, but I don't watch that. I don't know if I know Sophie Turner from anything except for X-Men, and I think she did an amazing job at being Jean. Even though we only saw her and Scott together for a little bit, I think they got their chemistry right. And I don't know, I really enjoyed Sophie Turner's Jean Grey. I'm sure there are actresses out there who would fit Jean's, you know, character a lot better, but out of her and Famke Jensen, she's like miles ahead of her. And I just thought she was a better character. Number 12 is Domino. Zazie Beetz plays her in Deadpool 2. Domino became one of my new favorite characters when, I think it was 2016, 2017, when the new Weapon X comic series launched with Sabretooth, Old Man Logan, some other characters. Domino was in that. Really enjoyed her. She got her own Domino series, which I'm sure she's had before, but I really enjoyed that. I've really been enjoying Domino in comic books over the past few years, and then seeing her on the big screen I thought was really fun. Zazie Beetz does a great job just being there at all, and I think for the most part she does a good job. I think she's a little too goofy, and I feel like Domino's more serious than Zazie Beetz played her out to be, but I still think she did a good job at being Domino. 11 is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That actress I've seen in multiple things now, and she's just a great actress. I'm not joking. Go to her IMDb, pick out a few of the movies and shows she's been in. She's really good. I believe it's her in The Exorcist Season 2, and if so, fantastic. And what is it? I think it's called Tragedy Girls, and I think she stars in that with Young Storm. But that movie's good. She's been popping up in things, and she's a great actress. I had never even heard of Negasonic until this movie, which I'm sure is how a lot of people were. I don't know how accurate she is to the comic book character. I don't think she looks the part, but she's really cool. I love her. I just love her back and forth with Deadpool, and she's funny as hell, and I love it. Oh shit, we are in the top 10. Okay, top 10. Number 10 is Nightcrawler Old. We only got him in X2, and I guess the reason he didn't return ever is because he didn't want to go through the makeup process again. But I think he did fantastic. I think they should have lightened him up, because now that I've rewatched it, he does look black, like Caitlin said, like just pure black. But he got his accent, his religious beliefs, his badassness, his teleporting. I think they did all that fantastic in X2. Wish we would have seen more of him, honestly. But I think it was just awesome, and yeah. And now they just released pops of them, and I'm really excited. They have one of them teleporting and one where he's just standing. I want them both. Number 9 is Kitty Pryde. Now, honestly, I think I might be a little biased here. I could be wrong, but Kitty Pryde is my favorite X-Men and probably my favorite mutant, but I'm not sure because I love Scarlet Witch, and I don't think she is a mutant anymore, but I still count her as one. But still, anyways, Kitty Pryde, I love her. I love her. And also, this kind of bumps it up even more. I love Ellen Page. She's my top 3 actresses. I love her. I love every movie I've ever seen her in. And I love her as Kitty Pryde. I think she should have been more fun-loving as Kitty. I do think that. But I think she does a really good job at being Kitty in Last Stand, and for the little bit she does have in Days of Future Past. But I think she's badass as Kitty. I think she looks the part. I think her attitude is more in line to the older Kitty, like in more modern days of comics and in future versions. So I do think she should have been more fun-loving, like younger Kitty is. But I think they did a really good job, and I enjoyed Ellen Page's Kitty, and I hope she becomes a superhero again, like she was it Bolty in Super? Fantastic. I'd love to see her in the MCU or the DCU. 8 is Quicksilver. How could he not be up here? Quicksilver's my dude already, but Evan Peters, that's his name, right? He stole the movie when he appeared in Days of Future Past. Killed it. Amazing. That scene alone should put him in your top 10. And then he returns in Apocalypse, and I think arguably has a better, slow-mo speed scene in that one with better music too. Both are fantastic though. And then in Dark Phoenix, they get rid of him. And I'm like, that was kind of like bullcrap, guys. And I also wondered why he was on the poster so small. And that's, I remember Hannah was like, I'm not seeing it because my boy Evan Peters isn't in it. I was like, yes, he is. She was like, no, he's not even on the poster. And I was like, yeah, he is. And then I went and looked it up. And he was really small down in like the corner. Yeah, he's not in it very much. He's in the space scene. And I don't know if that counts as his speed slow-mo scene for this movie. But it was crap. It was garbage. And then he had a quick scene in Gene's childhood neighborhood, and that didn't work out right, or work out great. But, yeah, he's pretty awesome at being Quicksilver, and I think he does the character justice. Number 7 is X-23, aka Laura Kinney, played by Daphne Keane in Logan. I wish we would have got her spin-off movie. I would love for her to return in the MCU. That little girl did amazing at playing Laura Kinney. I think she was just fantastic, and I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with me there. I would have loved to see her grow up in the character, you know, as the character, like we did with a lot of the other characters. But for the one movie we got her in, she was amazing, and she made that movie. Like, yes, Wolverine, Professor X, they made that movie amazing, but she, without her, it wouldn't have been the same level as amazing. Number 6 is Young Nightcrawler. Whoa, chill. I know X2 is the best X-Men movie. I know that Nightcrawler is amazing. But I prefer this one. I think he's more fun-loving like Nightcrawler should be. I think he's still got some religious aspects to him. Not as much as the X2 one. But he's more blue. He wears a dope Thriller jacket, which also is more in line to his red costume. And yes, they don't utilize him enough in either movie he's in, but I still think he was great. Top 5. Number 5 is Young Magneto, Michael Fassbender. You guys know I love him as a villain. As a hero, I did enjoy him. He's a hero in basically all 4 movies, but also a villain more in all 4 movies. But whenever he is being a hero, I do like him. I love his relationship with Charles. And just, God, he's such a great character. I love it. Number 4 is Beast. Old. Kelsey Grammer. I finally found a Kelsey Grammer action figure at Classic Plastics like a few days ago. At the time of this recording, at least. And, oh my lord, I was so excited. I love Kelsey Grammer's Beast. I've said a lot about him in these... on social media, on here. He's up here because he's amazing. Top 3. These 3 are the 3 that I'm pretty sure are in the X-Men universe, the type of movies the most. Well, actually, number 3 isn't, but he still has an impact with these 3. Number 3 is Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds. You first meet him in Origins, where they do that crappy Deadpool thing. Yeah, let's not talk about that. But him as Wade Wilson was fantastic, which I've already talked about. And then when he becomes full-on Deadpool in both of his movies, oh my god, he's amazing. And then that Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, pops up in commercials, music videos, ads, and he's still breaking the fourth wall. Like, he's really just expanding it and making Deadpool this household name, making him so beloved. And just, if you guys think, you guys don't even have to like the movies, but to ever say that Ryan Reynolds wasn't born to play Deadpool, you're wrong. Number 2 is Professor X, the old one from the original trilogy. He is in the original trilogy. He's in all three Wolverine movies. Now I think about it, and then Days of Future Past, right? So he's in 7 of the movies. Which I'm not. How many movies is there? I don't know. He's in 7 of the movies. He is born to play Professor X, and it sucks that people gotta age because I'd love him to go and play him in the MCU. He's just perfect. I can't wait for his Pop and his Marvel Legends figure to come out. I have his figure down here. Oh my gosh, he was such a great Professor X. He was born to play the role that I really can't go with these top, like, 10, really. I can't go too much further into it because I've already done it in other videos and social media, and other people have with most of these guys. Patrick Stewart was an amazing Professor X. And number 1, guys, it could not be anyone else. Wolverine, Logan, James Howlett, Hugh Jackman. Oh my lord, guys. From the moment we see him in X-Men, he was Wolverine. Yes, there was complaints of his height and whatnot, and yeah, he is a little too tall. But you can look past that with his hair, his attitude, his face, his muscles, his body, you know what I mean? Aside from the height, he has the body, the everything. He is Wolverine. He's so badass. He's Logan. He kills it. Oh my gosh, in every movie, he is amazing. Even in Origins, even though people hate it, he is amazing in Origins. He's amazing. He's amazing in Last Stand. He's amazing in all of them. He kills it. His cameos are awesome. They're, his Weapon X cameo in Apocalypse, his Fuck Off cameo in First Class. Oh my gosh, he's so awesome. And he just kills it, and he kills it, and he kills it. And his send-off in in Logan was an amazing swan song. And that's it, guys. After this, there should be one more X-Month video. Let me know, guys. Let me know who your favorite X-Men movie character superheroes are. You know the drill. You can rank them all, you can rank a few, you can just do a top 5, whatever you want to do. Do you agree? Do you completely disagree? Let me know down below. And until next time, stay geeky.